morning. I'm Frank Powers, and this is Lifestyle Tucson, the program where I speak to our neighbors, the people behind the scenes of our amazing organizations, small businesses, and nonprofits. Our friends are informing you how they serve our community, and they are here to give you updates on future projects. Let's make some old friends today. Get out of my swamp and get ready for Saguaro City Music Theater's next OGRE-sized production. It's Shrek, the musical, June 27th, 28th, and 29th at the Berger Performing Arts Center. This fun-filled, family-friendly production takes audiences on a journey to the swamp with Shrek, Donkey, and Princess Fiona, filled with hilarious moments, catchy songs, and valuable lessons about friendship and acceptance. In this special production, young performers take the stage alongside professional artists, bringing fresh energy and heart to the story. Their talent, dedication, and passion shine as they step into the world of Shrek, making this a truly unique and inspiring theatrical experience. This Theater for Young Audiences production is a perfect way to introduce kids to the magic of theater while delighting audiences of all ages. So don't miss out on this fantastical, heartwarming show that proves there's more to everyone than meets the eye. And today, my eyes are on managing director as well as choreographer of Saguaro City Music Theater, Dina DiGiacinto. Welcome back to Lifestyle Tucson.
Thanks, Frank. Always amazing to be here.
I'm very excited, and she didn't come alone. No, we have a great cast of characters, and let's go from left to right, right to left. Here we go, starting with our Gingy. Playing the gingerbread person is Daisy Williamson. Daisy, welcome to Lifestyle Tucson.
Hello.
Hello. Sitting next to Daisy, I've heard a little bit of trouble from this young man. He's playing Lord Farquaad here in Shrek. AJ, how are you doing today?
Absolutely great.
Oh, I'm excited. I was warned about him. He's got a lot of charisma. Next to AJ is sitting Ayla. She is playing our dragon in Shrek. Ayla, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
I'm very excited. And next to Ayla is Lucy playing young Fiona in our production of Shrek. Lucy, it's good to almost see you. There you are. Hello, Lucy. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm so glad you're all good. So everybody, welcome to Lifestyle Tucson. I love that you're all here on the radio having a good time because we've talked to Saguaro City Music Theater in the past many, many times, and your last time here was for The Wizard of Oz. How many of you saw or were in The Wizard of Oz?
Me? Wow.
Looks like almost all of them, yes. That was exciting. I saw that production. It was thrilling. Your performance in The Wizard of Oz and production of The Wizard of Oz was just breathtaking. I cried several times, which, how can you not? Because whoever was playing Dorothy, who was playing Dorothy in that production?
The fabulous Olive Tellis.
She was so excellent. And I saw it live at one of the Oro Valley events performing at some of these preview events that you guys do. And then seeing it there in the theater was just magic. And I really did enjoy it. I loved the way you did the Twister. It was so fun. And there was just so much to enjoy. I loved the flying monkeys were great. Like, such fun flying monkeys. Yes, there he is. AJ's putting his hands in the air like a champ. I could tell. So let me ask you this. What did you learn from that production of The Wizard of Oz?
It was a big one as far as just, it was our biggest cast so far up until that point. I guess are excited that, it worked and that we could do shows that are even bigger than we've done before.
Yeah.
Shrek's going to be even bigger than that one.
I'm not surprised.
So we're excited.
You had a real dog.
Oh, we
in
had
The
a
Wizard
real
of Oz.
dog. Yeah, Sadie the superstar.
Didn't miss a beat. Unbelievable performing.
She was incredible. She was the star of the show, too.
Yeah, it was great. What were some of your favorite moments from the show? Let's ask Mr. Charisma, AJ. What did you enjoy the most from The Wizard of Oz?
Probably holding Sadie.
Yeah, you got to hold Sadie, so that's always a good time. Always a good time. What about some of the rest of you? What are some of your favorite moments from The Wizard of Oz?
I liked getting to workshop the process and getting to hang out with new people.
Heck yeah, it's always important. I always ask you kids, what's the most important thing? And it seems to be making new friends is a big part of Saguaro City Music Theater. So I always love to hear that because making friends is a big part of it. And I love how, yes, the production and coming together is a huge part of any production. A lot of hard work, but it really does pay off because it's performing arts. So well done, all these fine young artists. Any other good memories from The Wizard of Oz from the rest of you?
So I did like that there was a real dog in the show because it kept running off stage, but it was really cute.
I agree. So that is one of the best parts. I really enjoyed The Wizard of Oz. Again, you've got so many fun things, and we're going to talk about what's coming forward for you for the rest of the year because I looked at the schedule. There's a lot of great shows that you announced at the beginning of this year. Everyone's got to go sign up, get a newsletter so you don't miss a beat for what's happening at Saguaro City Theater. And what's the website again, just so people can do it?
SaguaroCity.org. Saguaro with a G.
SaguaroCity.org. There you go. So make sure you go check it out, and we'll talk all about that fun stuff. But now, let's go down the line and ask some of these fine, young, talented performers. How many of you have seen Shrek? Yes?
I've seen Shrek.
Seen Shrek? How about you, Dizzy? Have you seen Shrek?
Yes.
All right. How many times do you think you've seen Shrek?
I think I've done it maybe like 2 times.
Yeah, pretty good. Got a lot. 20 times from age. I'm not surprised. I myself, I'm definitely in the double digits category of seeing Shrek. Certainly one of my favorite movies growing up. How many of you have seen Shrek 2?
Me.
Everybody's seeing Shrek 2. Even more of a pinnacle film, I think. Shrek 2. Absolutely exciting. Puss in Boots shows up, and they have that amazing big climactic ending where it's I need a hero, and it's just one of the best things I've ever seen, right? Tell me about that.
I have to admit, I've never seen Shrek 2.
Oh, you got to see Shrek 2
I've got to see Shrek 2. Yeah.
As a reward after this show wraps up, so you don't get distracted by it, make sure you treat yourselves to Shrek 2.
I'm going to go right home and watch it.
There you go. So it's super fun. Now, there is something that's happening a bit on the internet and in culture with Shrek, and it is this. Why do you kids love Shrek so much? He's so popular. He's more popular than ever before. Ayla, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, he's really funny, and there's just been lots of like Shrek memes, I guess.
There's a lot of Shrek memes out there for some reason, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Shrek memes. How about you two? What do you think, AJ?
It's probably because he's Shrek.
He's Shrek. That's a good reason. That's a fine reason. Daisy, what do you think? What-
Maybe because he's gross and funny.
Yeah, gross.
And he's an
funny.
ogre.
And he's an ogre. We're all a bit of an ogre from time to time. That's some of the lessons Shrek, right? Just being a regular guy, just trying to live his day, maybe wants to be left alone a bit, but learns that friendship is really what's the most important thing, and that's already what got brought up today. When you get older, some of these people, you know what they go to? Shrek raves. That's right. Have you seen this? Oh, they're insane. You can go to a Shrek rave, and you know what else happens? You know how sometimes you get these fun Santa Clauses that jump place to place having a fun night out? They do it with Shrek as well. Everyone dresses up as Shrek, and you go downtown place to place having fun. It's a ridiculous thing to see. When you see a bunch of Santa Clauses doing this, a bunch of Marios do it too. But now with Shrek is in the mix, my goodness, it's like Halloween all the time.
I remember in Times Square, like always seeing a bunch of different characters. But like, I don't know, around Tucson, I haven't seen, other than Santa, I haven't seen too many characters. I'd love to see Shrek just walking around Tucson.
I think it happened at the Rialto a little bit ago.
Very
it's a
cool.
Good time. But now let's talk about the whole production. We talked about why Shrek's great. Let's talk about why you chose this show and this musical. Tell me a little bit about what of all the things you picked, why Shrek the musical?
I mean, Shrek, it's like the message of the show so closely aligns with the mission of Saguaro City Music Theater, you know, just like that we all belong and that we should all, you know, be kind to each other, and like, you know, inclusion is everything really.
Yeah.
You know, Shrek is an ogre, and he assumes that nobody wants to like be his friend, and then somebody comes along and really surprises him by not being afraid of his outer appearance, or what, you know, most people probably how they react when they see him. And so I don't know, we just think it's a beautiful message, and like we all just want to let our freak flag fly. So I think, you know, it's just a perfect sort of alignment with Saguaro City's mission, and hopefully, like, you know, it will be a similar experience, like what happens in the movie, what happens in camp. You know, the first day everybody shows up, and, you know, maybe we're a little bit nervous meeting new people and stuff, but there are so many new people to meet with a cast of 72 people.
Wow.
So, you know, that by the end, and typically that's what happens, and I think you all will agree with me, but like by the end of the experience, like everybody's a family, and everybody's friends, and like any barriers that maybe felt like they were there on the first day, they're gone.
Yep.
And I just love how that kind of aligns with Shrek, and that was a big part of like what made us choose it.
Yeah, because what you're doing together is putting on a performance is really a big project that you're all working on as a team together. And when it is all said and done, you all really are going to accomplish such a big, big goal as one big family, one big team. And that's something that you'll always have forever. And that's what's important about the performing arts and coming out of your shell and doing what you kids are doing. And again, some of you so young doing this. I was listening earlier while you were getting here. Daisy, how old are you? What grade are you going into?
I'm going into 3rd grade.
Wow.
And I'm 8.
8. How long have you been performing, and how many plays have you been in? Is this your first?
This would be my 3rd with
Wow.
Saguaro City.
Wow. She's already a veteran. My goodness. How much do you practice?
I really pretty much just practice a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot worth it, though. How about you, AJ? You seem like you've got a lot of this, what we call natural charisma. All right? You don't need a script. You're just off the cuff, right off the top of your head. How many plays have you been in? How many performances have you done?
Give me a minute.
Okay, yeah, D's got to add it up. We're in double digits. Carry the one.
With Willy Wonka, Wizard of Oz. 6 shows with Saguaro City.
Wow, 6 under your belt already. That's fantastic. What was your favorite part about doing the shows? Is it the practice? Is it rehearsing? Is it the singing? Is it the show itself? Is it when it's all done?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it's that?
Yeah.
I love hearing about it. Tell me a little bit as we go down the row. How many shows have you been in, Ayla?
Well, with Saguaro City, this will be my 3rd show.
Okay.
But I don't know, I've been doing school plays and musicals since I was probably in the 2nd grade.
Yeah? Heck yeah, that's a lot of experience. What's your favorite part about doing it all?
Probably just the process and just seeing it all come together, because at the beginning you kind of don't know what to expect. The final product is really...
It all just starts to come to fruition. Seeing's believing, that's for sure. Lucy, what do you think your favorite part of the whole thing's been?
I think I agree with Ayla, like just mostly the process and how fun it can be.
It is a lot of fun. It's my favorite thing is when a ragtag group of kids gets together to put on a show, no matter what it is, and that is exactly what's going on here. So it's really, really fun, and I love everything that's going on with Shrek. Let's remind everybody when it is and where it is, June 27th, 28th, and 29th at the Berger Performing Arts Center. Only one weekend that you can get this. It's going to be a good time. Kids, how much are tickets?
Sorry, I don't know taxes.
No taxes from AJ. What do you think?
I really don't know how much
No?
the tickets are.
I'll tell you what the answer is. You just say worth it. That's right, no matter what they cost. It's priceless. But I think I saw on the website, and now I might be wrong. Nina, clear this up. It says tickets start at maybe $1.50. That can't be right. Is that correct?
Well, the thing is, so the cool thing about this production is if you have an adult paid ticket, kids can come in free.
Wow.
Basically just paying like the $1.50.
For
Very
the little
small fee.
Ticket fee.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we're really excited to be able to offer that because our hope is that more and more young people will come and see a musical maybe that never have seen one before.
Yes.
But adult tickets start at $17 to $32.
Yes. So again, very affordable. And when you buy multiple shows, you can go get them over online. I think you might save some money sometimes. Is there anywhere that you can go and get a little ticket discount?
Actually, yes. We have a couple of different ways of saving money. You can go to Bookman's.
Yep.
And if you buy a book, you get a discount on tickets.
Phenomenal.
You can buy them right there in the store and take your tickets home with you. Also, we have a deal on our website. If you buy all 3 shows, you get a discount on tickets. If you want to see not only Shrek, but My Fair Lady and Annie that are coming up later in the year, then you save some money there.
I was very excited to talk about some of those because that is what's coming up next for you is My Fair Lady shows up in autumn. And then for Christmas, it's Little Orphan Annie, my favorite. I love it. So it's a big deal. Everything happening at Saguaro City Music Theater, helping out kids to make new friends, gain these skills, gain confidence so that you can come on the radio. You know, I have a lot of friends my age. They refuse to be on the radio because they're afraid of it. But you don't have that. You don't have any of that. What's the number one fear? Do you know what one of the number one fear is in the world?
Public speaking?
It is public speaking. That is correct. AJ, I don't have any prizes. I'll find one for you. Just take $1. So, AJ, well done. Public speaking. More people are afraid of that than anything. And that's just speaking. That's just talking and standing in front of a podium, perhaps, or standing with a microphone. You're actually performing. You're actually singing. I'm willing to bet singing is actually even more scary than some things that happen when you're just public speaking. So tell me a little bit about what that's been like. Are you rehearsing a lot for the singing? Let's go down from the other way, and we'll start with Lucy. Lucy, tell me a little bit about your role as young Fiona and what's in store for you in this musical of Shrek.
Well, I have a song with all 3 Fionas. So I'm young Fiona, and then there's teen Fiona, which is Abigail, and adult Fiona, which is Megan. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know there were so many Fionas. Is that how they do the musical, where they show her kind of growing up?
And I don't really get that scared or like have stage fright. Everyone's nervous, of course, like, because you don't want to mess up, but no matter what, you just like keep on going. But I've been like performing since I was 2.
Wow.
So I don't freak out too much on stage.
There you go, because that's that experience, right? That's right. Probably a lot of stage fright when she was 2, but that's important. That's a really big deal, because what you're saying there is showing and an example of how, you can be afraid of something you haven't tried, but the more you do it, the less you're afraid of it, and the more you're confident in what you're doing. And that's a really great lesson that, again, you kids got to tell all the other kids, because it's important to get everybody motivated to get involved in fun group activities, performing, and building up all that courage that you're getting, because all the skills you get in performing arts, they work when you're going to a job interview. They work later on when you're talking and being just at whatever job you get, where you're just able to talk to people, have fun, and really be a person in the community that's not afraid of other people in the community, because you've done it on stage. So now tell me, Ayla, you're playing Dragon. That's a big role. Yeah. How excited are you to play Dragon, and what it's in store for you in Shrek the Musical?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a song about her and the donkey and how she wants him to stay. But yeah, it's very exciting.
How much experience do you have now as you've been doing it? How long have you been in the performing arts?
Well, I think I probably did my first play in about the 2nd grade.
Yeah.
And then just from there, I just kept doing it and fell in love with it. And then just started taking like dance classes and vocal lessons and just continued to add on.
That's right. Level up those skills. That's right. You can tell I'm doing this radio show. I haven't had a lesson in my life. Where's the volume? No, okay. So AJ, let's get back to you. You're playing Lord Farquaad. How dare you? Are you excited for this very, very fun, meaty, ridiculous role?
Most definitely.
Yes, the villain of the whole production. Are you very excited? And what's in store for you?
I have do I have 2 or do I have 1 musical number? I can't, with Ballad Striker, I couldn't. And Ballad Farquaad.
But it's like part 1, part 2, and a reprise.
Never mind.
Wow.
I have quite a few parts.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to do choreography and singing it. But yeah, that's really it.
That's good. Well, I'm very excited, because that's a fun role to be. Like, I bet you're going to crush it, because I can already tell. And then Daisy, you're playing Gingy. Are you very excited to play the adorable gingerbread person?
Yes, I am very, very excited.
That's really a fun character to be, I bet. What is the costume for that going to be like?
It's probably going to look a lot like a gingerbread man.
I can't. Are you walking kind of flat, or do you get to walk and dance around like a person?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens and how that costume fits. I'm really pumped for everything that you're all up to. I want you to give me some advice, or not me, perhaps. You could tell I'm a bit out of my shell. But what about some kids that you might know in your life, or anyone listening out there, that have never performed? Tell them why they should maybe think about performing or joining the camps here at Saguaro City and getting involved in everything, so that they could maybe join you on stage one day. Let's go back in the opposite direction now. Daisy, what is some advice you have for maybe a shy kid out there that wants to come out of their shell and maybe start performing? What's advice that you can give them?
So maybe just like imagine no one's there, and just imagine like you're in your own world and nobody's watching you, so you don't have to feel like you're overwhelmed because people are watching you.
Genius. Brilliant advice. I'm often in my own little world, so that works real well. That is good advice, because you do. When you start singing, I bet things do go away. And some people forget because they've never been on a stage. Sometimes when those lights are coming up from stage, you don't really see the audience, so it's not as scary. And you can really just hone in on you and your friends being fun on stage, not worried about people looking. So that's really, really great. I got to say that. Great advice. Thank you so much, Des. Well done. AJ, give us some more advice. I'm sure you've got a ton of it, a wealth, in fact. What is some advice you have for anyone out there who wants to start doing this but has never done it before?
If you have never done it before, if you want to try, I would say go to Saguaro City, because they are great. It doesn't matter if anything. It doesn't matter disabilities or anything. You can still go in the shows.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And also don't give up.
And
don't give up on anything.
That's right.
And it's not about the setback, it's about the comeback.
Oh my gosh, get this kid out of town. Where are the awards? Hang on, where's my awards? I might owe him another $1. So that's amazing. AJ, well done. Well done. All right, we're going down the road now. Now it's a bit of a mountain to climb, because this advice is getting better and better. My goodness. Okay, Ayla, what do you think is the best thing you can tell maybe a shy kid that wants to show up and get started?
I would honestly say just to give it a try, because you don't know, and just doing it you might not know what to expect, and so it might be a lot different than what you're expecting, and you're probably like overthinking how scary it is, and it's not necessarily as scary as it seems.
I'll tell you, there's a lesson I've learned. I learned it late in life. You got to work on your sense of dread. Most things are not as bad as they seem. It's the truth. I always use an analogy. If you're afraid of the dark and there's a dark room, you got to walk in, because what if that light switch is right there? You'll never know what's in that room. It could have been filled with candy. So that's the point, is you got to sometimes walk toward what you're afraid of, walk into things you're unaware of, because once you shed some light on that situation with a little experience, you're fine and you're having fun, and especially making friends. So let's go to Lucy. Lucy, give us some last bits of advice for some of our shyer folks in town that have not broken through onto stage yet.
I think it's overall just such a fun process, and getting to meet everyone and trying your hardest, and you like they all said, you just try your hardest, and that takes you really far.
Always does. Again, Saguaro City Music Theater, they just bring tiny geniuses into the studio who really give real advice. And there are plenty of adults that I know that can follow all of that advice and move themselves forward in their lives with their goals. Because remember, you're not just wishing for your dreams to come true, you're working hard on your goals and making them real. It just takes work. So well done, kids. I got to say, I love it when you come down here. Dina, you're one of the best people that I ever get to talk to. If people do want to get involved in Saguaro City Music Theater, I know that are the camps full already for this season?
So our summer camp, the Shrek camp, is full, but we have some other programs that are going to be starting very soon after that. Starting July 11th, we have our audition workshop, Clean Slate. That's like a wonderful class that helps you understand like what to do at an audition. And we give you all the tools you need. So by the time this 5-week class is over, you can go to any audition you want and try out for a musical. It's awesome.
Wow.
Registration is going to actually be opening for that like next week.
Okay.
So check out our website, saguarocity.org/Studio Arts, which is our educational academy. We also have another program in August starting called Showtime.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of a weekend camp throughout the month of August, where the students will be putting together kind of a smaller version of a musical and doing like a studio presentation for friends and family.
Wow.
So yeah, all kinds of different things happening. We try to cover it all over the course of the year. Yeah, definitely check it out, saguarocity.org. Sign up. The classes are all tuition free and inclusive. Kids of all abilities and all levels of experience are welcome to come. And we kind of make it work for everybody. So check it out.
I love it. All right, there's that call to action. If we do have a minute or so left, I don't want to put anybody on the spot. What might be one of your favorite lines that one of your characters actually says? All right, there, AJ's ready. He's tapping in. Go ahead, AJ. What do you got as Lord Farquaad?
I ask your hand in marriage.
Not the buttons, not the gingerbread buttons.
Heck yes. Heck yes. Let's go down the row again. And let me see. Dragon, what do you have for us? Do you have any lines for us as Dragon?
Well, the dragon doesn't have many lines other than like growling.
Let me hear it.
Roar!
Well done. Classic. The training's paying off. Lucy, what does young Fiona have to say before we call it a day here?
I know it's today.
There you go. I know it's today. Flawless. And today, we made friends with Daisy Williamson, AJ Barrios, Ayla Olivas, and Lucy Cable, as well as Dina DiGiacento, because we're having fun with Saguaro City Music Theater, using the art of musical theater to promote diverse artistic opportunities and community involvement. Thank you all so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
This was Lifestyle Tucson. Bing bong bing, time for a recap. I love getting together with Saguaro City Music Theater, especially when they bring in the talented kids from their productions. Again, if you've never heard the Willy Wonka episode, you can listen to it on demand. It is one of the best episodes of Lifestyle Tucson ever, but this is right there with it. Because interviewing kids, the words that come out of their mouth, the wisdom that they share with us, because they haven't been, downtrodden by growing up and being an adult, paying bills. You heard AJ, he doesn't know nothing about taxes. What a life it must be. And AJ had one of the best things I've ever heard It's not about the setback, it's about the comeback. He pulled that right out of his back pocket right there. So you can tell that kid's living his best life, trying his hardest and doing his best. And they all talked about doing their best, and they all talked about how much and how important it is to make friends. So that is one of the biggest things that Saguaro City Music Theater does for these kids. And I really implore you to check out their programs. Find out if a kid in your life, a grandkid, a cousin, a nephew, or even your own kids might want to get involved with Saguaro City Music Theater. I'll give you those details in a minute. But first, let's recap a little bit of Shrek. Shrek the Musical will be June 27th, 28th, and 29th at the Berger Performing Arts Center at 1200 West Speedway Boulevard. But if you want a little bit of a preview, why don't you go join them at Bookman's on Sunday, June 8th for a free Shrek story time that includes a performance of Fiona singing I Know It's Today. They've got fun activities, stories, trivia, and an opportunity to win tickets to Shrek the Musical, as well as buy discount tickets when you purchase a book. You can go find out which Bookman's that is, when it's going to start, and specifically the times for that over at saguarocity.org, or follow them over on Instagram at SagCityAZ. Remember, they're an amazing 501c3 organization doing so much to help out kids, so you can donate to them as well, because that is obviously what's helping them keep things free for children, helping out all our disabled kids have a full experience growing up and getting educated about the performing arts. Their Clean Slate program is kicking off soon, so make sure you go learn about that at the website as well. And just get involved with Saguaro City Music Theater and specifically join us for Shrek the Musical. You've been listening to Lifestyle Tucson. If you're a nonprofit that would like to be on the show, email lifestyletucson@gmail.com. For more information about this program or to listen to something you may have missed, go to the Sunday Mornings page on klpx.com, kfma.com, mixfm.com, or espntucson.com. You can also subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever fine podcasts have layers like an onion. Follow on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Lifestyle Tucson, because I'm your BFF, your best Frank forever, Frank Powers. Toot toot Tucson. I love you the most.